It's time to prepare for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. From the pristine grounds of TPC Sawgrass, our opening round coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Andrew Catalan alongside Rich Beam and Luke Elvey, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy following the action on the course. Rich, there's a lot of money on the line this week. It's the Players' Championship at TPC Sawgrass. Take me through this course.
Yeah, and none of the players will actually admit that they're going to be a little nervous about that money, but I promise they are. It's just a different golf course. There's no shot that really fits your eye. You have a tee box pointing one direction, a landing area that's a different direction, and a green that sits even more cattywampus than that. It's a golf course you have to have a lot of imagination at and not be afraid to hit the big bender and pull off some of the funkier shots, because you're going to be presented with them quite a few times around here. It's a goofy golf course that linear golfers such as PGA Tour players don't necessarily like.
Okay, let's see if we can get this one to drop for double. Here's a look at the par 5 second.
Drive it out to the right-hand side to give yourself a good look at reaching this green in two.
I like that one.
You know, Andrew, I think he's going to go for this one.
All right, John, you're there. What can you tell us about the lie?
Well, they're in deep here, guys. Really nestled into this sand trap. Let's see what happens.
Now, this putt for birdie. Let's check in with Henny.
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup.
Oh, this one is looking good. That one just rolls by. He's got this one for par. Time now for a par 3.
Par 3, just 177 yards from the back, but this green is always firm. Be wary of that.
The club choice is a 6-iron. The ball in the greenside bunker. Eight feet remains.
A good look at par here.
And that putt goes. What a great bounce back on this hole.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
Here's a look at the tee of the par 4 fourth.
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green: the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
That's a textbook swing on the approach shot. 8 feet to the cup. He's hoping this goes down for his first birdie of the day. He improves to 1 over par for the tournament.
All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. Strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Par 4, 471 yards from the back. Drive it out to the left-hand side to give yourself the best angle for your second shot into this long, thin green.
He's setting up for his second shot. This one looks like it's going right. Trying to get to even par with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
A tricky little slider here, downhill, moving to the left.
Ah, that's a punish. Nothing worse than putting it off for green. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
And finishing this hole with a tap-in putt.
And that will drop him to 2 over now for the tournament. As we move to the 6th hole, it's a par 4.
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway. This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
Oh, everyone loves the stinger. Look at that thing just fly through the air. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. Outstanding shot. High quality. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole. That's disappointing. This is a par putt. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
Out to the 7th hole.
Par 4, 451 yards. All sorts of danger down the left-hand side. Hit your tee shot out to the right. Second shot, find the green. 2-putt and sprint to the tee on the 8th.
You never know what you're going to get out of the bunker, and this one is coming up short. The beach is not where you want to be right now. A chance to save par. So close. And a 4-footer left.
For bogey.
After that hole, our featured player is sliding down the leaderboard. Over to number 8, it's a par 3.
Par 3, 237 yards in length. A brute, to say the least. It is a tough hole surrounded by bunkers. If you can make 3 here, you're a happy person.
5 wood is the choice. Okay, that's going to play. Got some work to do with this putt. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
This is a big old left-to-righter.
That looked good all the way. This one is 5 feet away. Our leader has a 2-shot advantage on the field. We've hit the 9th. It's a par 5. I don't know if this one will stay in the fairway.
A relief for this player. It stayed out of the rough.
That's a pretty good shot right there. This one is way too long. Wow, that one was just a little bit off.
Looking at the caddy, a bit too much club there.
On the green, but some work to do.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
I like the looks of this. It's looking really good. Quick look at the leaderboard, and it's a 2-shot advantage for our leader. Let's see what happens here on the 10th. One club up or down. That would have been the wrong play. This one worked out well. A birdie putt coming up. This could be a big one. That looked good for a while. Okay, finishing up here. As we head to the next hole, our leader has a 2-shot advantage.
There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here. That's tidy. An opportunity for a birdie here. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Sitting at 3 over for the day. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Okay, I didn't see that from the rough.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
And he's down there. You got a read?
You can be positive with this because it's up the hill and moving left to right.
Ooh, this is on a good line.
And a relatively good putt from that distance.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
Oh, looking for a big bending putt from the right.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Currently at +3 for the round. Plenty of trouble around this golf course. The 14th, the par 4, represents a number of that.
If you hit it down the left-hand side, the golf ball will chase a long way, but you'll be blocked out by some trees. You hit it out to the right, you're going to be on top of a mound, but you'll have a really good idea of what's in front of you. This hole historically plays as one of the toughest ones on the back 9, and it's all because of where that green sits. It sits from right to left with a decent amount of movement in it. It is not straightforward at all. This hole causes players all kinds of problems.
Okay, clubbing down.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
From the get-go, this is a big left to right breaker.
He's going to like the look of this one. That'll be inside the circle of friendship.
A par putt awaits.
Job done. Let's head to the next. And with that effort, now 3 over for the day.
We've hit the par 4 15th hole.
One of the more simple tee shots on the golf course, par 4, 470 yards. Just a little fade required off the tee to the fairway. The green sits up above the fairway a little bit, surrounded by a couple of bunkers, but I gotta say, I like this hole. It's straightforward, it's simple, before you head into the final 3.
That's another green in regulation.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens in regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Henny, what is he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
He is moving up the leaderboard as we move on to the next hole. Now to the 16th hole, a par 5.
Fun-filled adventure waits. Find the fairway, and let's see how brave you are. Do you want to take on the second shot and try and knock it on the green? Of course you do, but watch out. Lots of water awaiting a wayward second.
This is a 200-yard shot. It's just so disappointing ending up in the water. This is a 9-iron on the way. Those are the shots you practice at the range over and over, and boy, does it pay off here. Needs this putt to save par and save momentum. He's hoping this comes back to the right. Moving along. As we move on to the next, he falls to 3 over par for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Going with pitching wedge here. Oh no, that is wet. This is the 3rd. On the green, that's always mission number 1. Still some work to do here. All right, John, which way is this